This is the Ryder and Lisa replay.
Brought to you by Action Furnace. Fixed right or it's free.
I don't know if I've ever heard you use this tone before, but your mom voice came out yesterday.
Yeah. Well, the house right now is currently a zoo. I'm basically Ace Ventura. Mm-hmm. There's our roommate, producer Seth's cat, who, by the way, is like 18 years old.
He's kind of the king of the house.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
And then there's Gordon,
my dog.
The blue tick hound. Stanley.
Your dog.
My lab. And we're dog sitting our friend Jen's. What is he? He's a Boston Terrier pug.
I think he's called a bug.
A bug.
Mm-hmm.
He should be called a brat. Like
Oh.
all four of them were so annoying yesterday, and I'm just trying to watch my show.
Mm-hmm. You signed up for this life.
I know. It's great. I like to think I'm very good with animals, but it gets to the point sometimes where you just got to use your stern voice with them. You do.
You posted a video of you giving them a heavy chat.
We had a meeting.
Definite mom voice vibes. Check it.
Team meeting. All four of you are pissing me off today. Okay? So if we could smarten the hell up so I can watch Uncoupled in peace and quiet, that would be... Where are you going? Excuse me? We don't just leave meetings. Get back over here. All of you need to be better.
You can just hear the panting in the background.
It's so funny.
Okay, great job.
Thank you. Do you have any tips? Because I'm not a parent.
Yeah.
You are. What would you do better?
You came out of the gate trying to make it sound like it was going to be like a positive meeting with your words, but your tone dictated that you were fed up.
So they weren't listening from the get-go.
I don't think you say team meeting and then interrogate them.
Oh.
You know? You were swearing right away too, right? So a kid's going to be like really uneasy there, which is okay sometimes.
Hence the panting.
Yeah.
The anxious panting in the background.
So I would either go swearing route
right
and
away, swear.
This is what needs to happen, or I would go, okay, guys, team meeting, and try to
just be a bit better. For me.
Right.
Trying to watch my show.
Mm-hmm. You were just swerving from lane to lane there a bit. That's my only assessment.
Thank you.
The tone was great. Well-placed swear words.
How about the get back over here?
Yeah, that was I would have came back over if I was getting talked to like that.
That is what my mom, that was full-on Deb Evans.
Was it?
Because she'd always go, get back over here.
Because you'd just walk away.
And she would sound exactly like
wow.
I know.
It's crazy when we start to see signs that we're like, oh, we are
I am
our
mother.
parents.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. I mean, you seem to have the room. You seem to
Everything was good after that. I finished Uncoupled. I finished my show.
The cat's deaf, so I don't know.
The cat didn't hear anything. If you actually watch the video, the cat the entire time is looking the opposite direction.
What is something you're embarrassed that you love doing?
This text here wants to remain anonymous. I love reading children's fan fiction. Okay.
Interesting.
Send some examples.
Easy reads. I could get
reads.
it. I get it.
If you could finish a book in 20 minutes, why not?
Yeah. I really like driving a loud vehicle. I haven't had one in a while, but I had an old truck that was straight piped once.
Okay, but you're kind of embarrassed because people will judge you?
Yeah, you're embarrassed that I know I'm bothering, peaceful people that are maybe reading child fan fiction or whatever. But I still love just swapping on it, Straight giving her.
Brandy wrote in saying, I'm ashamed of it, but I listen to ABBA on full blast every single day.
Smoking cigarettes.
Now, do you do this publicly or are you a closet smoker?
Oh, no, I'm pretty public.
I'm going right now.
No, I just put one out, though. Couple decades, embarrassed, shamed.
Yeah, have you noticed that the smoke pit is getting more and more lonely as the years go on? Like more people are quitting around you?
Definitely less.
I remember when I started smoking, it was like a social thing. And then I had a pretty big wake-up call one day when I had like 8 friends over. And then I was standing outside watching them all laugh while I was smoking. And I was like, oh, this didn't work out.
Like they were inside having fun without you?
Yeah. And I was like, oh, I'm doing the exact opposite of what I originally started this for.
Right.
That's 100% Ryder. You're the only guy out on the deck now smoking.
Yeah. I mean, but still, if I could still do it, like if it was healthy, I would pay 4 times as much per cigarette and still do it. But Way she goes.
Oh, that's damn near $20 a pack. I don't know how long you do it for.
Yeah, exactly.
Sure.
You're being
Okay,
dead.
maybe like 2 times as expensive.
Yeah.
Thanks for the call, man. Appreciate it.
Have a good weekend.
Later.
What are you slightly embarrassed that you love?
Secretly, I like watching The Bachelorette.
Yeah, same. I mean, it's
Yeah,
not much
with
of a
my
secret
wife.
because Lisa talks about me watching it all the time on the air. So
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, you were the guy that was standing in the shop when we were changing an engine block out. And my buddy's like, so what are you doing tonight? And I was like, oh, I'm just hanging out watching The Bachelor out with my wife. I swear the shop went dead silent and you could have heard a 916 drop across.
Everybody,
They're
all
like-
the machines stopped.
Yeah, they just all stopped. Everybody looked at me. And then I have this one buddy that stands 6'4" and he weighs like 340 and he's just massive. And he looked at me, he's like, I'm more of a Bachelor guy myself, but The Bachelorette's cool. The whole shop had Bachelor. And I was like...
speaking of which, how's this new double season?
Yeah, do you feel like it's like women against women in this? Do you support it, or what do you think?
No, I don't like it because what I think is it's just adding more drama. I've always been there for the love and not the drama.
Attaboy.
That's cute.
I like how he said he secretly loves The Bachelor, and then he
They
talks
just
about
go to full detail.
professing it to his entire shop. Lisa's top 5. We quite often do this, and they're usually strange countdowns. My favorite so far might have been top 5 songs you'll often hear in a pharmacy.
Yeah, just jams that you hear in a Shoppers Drug Mart while you're waiting for your prescription. And it obviously had Remy Shand on it. And Daniel Powder.
So what are you counting down today?
So today we're doing the top 5 songs about rain, specifically songs that have rain in the title. This was
Okay.
very difficult for me to compile today because
There's some jams.
there's some jams that aren't on the list, and there's going to be listeners that are mad at me.
Milli Vanilli didn't make the cut.
Milli
Like, what?
Vanilli didn't make the cut. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I also really wanted Hillary Duff Come Clean on the list, but it doesn't have the word rain in the title, but we got to give it an honorable mention, okay?
Let the rain fall down and wake my dreams. Let it wash away my sanity. 'Cause I wanna feel the thunder, I wanna scream. Let the rain fall down, I'm coming clean.
I don't think that Hillary Duff knew that she was changing the course of history with that song. It's so good.
I didn't know she did that either.
She did.
Okay.
She's actually in the studio making new music right now. In our number 5 slot, this song, I didn't realize how big of a deal it was until I was at a wedding in Saskatchewan. Mm-hmm. And it came on,
Okay.
and the dance floor flooded.
Like, actually?
No, with humans.
Oh, I thought I've been to a wedding dance where the dance floor actually flooded.
No, it's Eddie Rabbit, I Love a Rainy Night.
But I love a rainy night. I love a rainy night. I love a rainy night. I love to hear the thunder, watch the lightning when it lights up the sky.
I think I know why it packed the dance floor in Saskatchewan is because my province's people love snapping. And that song you
yes.
just can't help
You
but
can't
snap
help it.
along to, yeah.
And the funniest part was, it went from that song into Kesha TikTok, no one on the dance floor.
Cleared, of course, yeah.
In the 4th place slot for my top songs with the word rain in the title, Amanda Marshall, Let It Rain.
Let it rain on me.
Yeah, certified jam.
Certified. And when it does rain and you're outside listening to your Discman and that song comes on, it's an
Yeah.
emotional moment.
Your Panasonic Shockwave.
You're like scared you're going to get hit with lightning, though. Okay, this next one's a bit of a stretch. I don't know if a lot of our listeners know this, but I am secretly a country fan. If you're a country fan, you know Luke Combs. This song is called When It Rains, It Pours. It's so good.
I ain't gonna see my ex-future mother-in-law anymore. Oh Lord, when it rains, it pours.
I actually thought that song was called My Ex-Future Mother-in-Law.
Because he does set up the name
Yeah,
of
yeah.
the song.
And what a catchy name of a song that would have been. But then it wouldn't have made this list.
Right. Exactly.
It would have made next week's list, top 5 songs about mother-in-laws.
Okay. Controversial list. A lot of people in the text line not happy that we haven't heard Milli Vanilli yet.
Yeah,
No
they
Blind
didn't
Melon.
even sing it.
No Blind Melon.
Yeah, you didn't want that one because it's talking about no rain.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, in second place, we gotta put Adele in.
But I set fire to the rain. Watched it pour as I touched your face.
God, her voice is so good.
Oh, and that song is so emotional. The lyrics?
Yeah.
Don't Google the lyrics. You'll go into a spiral. You'll
Okay.
find a reason to be mad at your partner. Trust me. Okay, so in first place, this one's a classic. It's got to take the number one spot. I actually don't think we can debate this. It's Purple Rain by Prince. It just gets better and better. The more guitar you hear in the song, the more he starts wailing and like crying to the skies, like this part.
You ready for this? I had a chance to see Prince
And you didn't go?
in Vancouver. I bought tickets. I was going to take my brother with me. He forgot about his anniversary with his wife, and I had to give up my ticket so that he could pretend that that's. So I never got to see Prince.
That actually just gave me goosebumps. That's so upsetting to hear.
Isn't that a step up brother move, though?
Yes, I would definitely say so. Okay, so that was my top 5 songs. Let's say 6, because Come Clean was...
okay.
we're putting it on.
I also want to give a quick shout out, if you don't mind, to my daughter's under 5 soccer team, her first ever soccer team.
Okay.
You had to come up with a team name based on your jersey color. Purple Rain. That was the team name.
Okay, I love that so much.
We're bringing back Friendship Friday, I guess.
Yeah, we are.
One of our favorite listeners, Kate, who's been a dedicated listener and texter for a long time now. Years, hey?
Yeah, thanks for pointing it out.
Yeah, that's a good thing. That's why we're still here, because of people like you. And we've been meaning to get you on for Friendship Friday, but with COVID, we just stopped doing it.
That's right, yeah.
And so you're our first official Friendship Friday guest.
Yeah.
Yay! So if you're listening right now and you listen like in the earlier hours, whenever Kate writes into our show, she always starts her text with, "Hey, radio babes," which I love.
And we read it every time because it makes us feel nice.
Yes, it's the best. Now, the reason that Kate is visiting us this morning is because we shared a virtual love of Doan's chicken curry soup.
Yep.
And they shut down.
Yeah.
Was that over the pandemic that they shut
It
down?
was. I think there were some plans that they had, because they had 2 restaurants in the city, one downtown that I lived close to for years and years. That's how I fell in love with the soup.
Yep.
And the other one on the south side. So they shut down the downtown location first. And then the pandemic came. And I would drive from the north end where I live down to just
White
off
Ave.
of White Ave to pick up this soup. And the last time I had it was literally 3 days before the lockdown. And it just, I dream about this soup.
I know,
Like, this
me too.
soup is, and now of course they're closed permanently.
They're closed permanently. And I remember one of the owners reached out to me. Do you remember that?
Yes,
And she
yeah.
said,
We'll make you a giant vat of the soup.
She did. And she was like, "I know you love the soup. I'm so sorry we're not in business anymore, but I'm going to leave a bowl of soup out for you, like outside their house." And I drove like halfway across the city.
It's the best.
And it was
I would drive to Calgary for that.
Yeah.
Me too. Yeah, seriously.
It
that
was
soup
so good.
amazing.
And there are a lot of great Vietnamese places in town that do the soup
Yep.
properly. But just there was something,
something about
special
it.
about the Doan soup.
Yeah.
So what has been your mission over these past couple, I don't know, months or so?
A couple of months.
How long
girl.
have you been working on this?
Since the last time I had the soup at the restaurant, I've been trying to recreate it because when I found out that I would not be able to have their soup any longer, and yes, I was very envious of when you got to still taste it
Yeah.
after. I've just been on a mission because it's, you know how some people dream and fantasize about McDonald's pizza?
Yes.
The soup is that for me.
Yeah.
I just randomly, it'll pop into my head and I
Gotta make it.
So I've been on a mission. I've been looking up recipes and trying to kind of Frankenstein them in my kitchen, and not much of a cook. Baking, yes. Cooking,
Okay.
But this soup was
But
a mission.
you do have Polish heritage. You were born there, right?
Yeah, but I mean, I'm never gonna call myself a fabulous cook. I mean, I can cook, but
The soup in Poland,
soup-
though, is like there is.
oh yeah, you and pickle soup, right?
Yeah, the pickle soup.
Kate actually brought you pickle soup.
It
at
was
some point,
incredible.
too.
But I remember every day, I lived in Poland for half a year, and every day at about 3:30 or 4 p.m., quite often it would be days like this,
This
rainy,
is
a little bit of windy.
It's a good soup
It's a
day.
good, it's a perfect soup day.
and you would walk into the my host family's little farmhouse, and we would have soup as soon as we got home, and then you'd have like a light dinner later. But
that's right. Yeah.
I cannot explain how good the soups were there.
And so many different kinds that you could literally have like different one like every day of the month.
There was one really good tip that I learned that everybody could use when making soup. If you're putting rice or pasta noodles in your soup, my host mom used to cook that separately, and then she would just scoop it in as she served it. And that way you don't have your
soggy.
noodles soaking up all the broth. You don't end up with mush. It's a game changer. But
So, do you have an announcement? Do you think you've perfected the Doan's chicken curry soup?
I feel like I am at the pinnacle of what my chicken curry soup cooking skills will ever be.
Really?
So, Kate is here today, and she brought us 2 samples, Ryder. So we need to try it.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm nervous.
The soup is in the building.
Okay. Well, we're going to try the soup shortly. Stay with us. We were going to eat it live on air, but I was worried that the sound of people eating soup on air
Be horrible.
wouldn't be very appealing. Plus, it smelled too good, so I am already done my
Me
bowl.
too. I
Okay?
inhaled it. I actually need to lay down because I ate it so I think I blacked out, actually. It was so good, Kate.
Oh, I'm so happy.
So if anybody wants this
Crushed it.
recipe, we actually have our hands on it. Text us at 780-784-7107, and we'll do our best to get it to you. Are you ready for Unsung Heroes?
Sure.
This is where we give shout-outs to people, places, and things that don't always get the attention they deserve. Let me be our hero.
Shout out to people who go for a run in the rain. I hope you're doing that because you like pina coladas. That would be the only reason I would be in the rain. Do you get it?
No.
Do you like pina coladas?
Oh.
You're getting caught in the rain.
rain.
Basically, what I'm saying is people that go for runs in the rain are insane. Like, stay home.
They're insane and they're in rain. Shout out to people who complain about the rainy weather, being the same people who were complaining a couple weeks ago about the heat wave.
That's me.
Just stay inside, Susan.
That's what I do. Shout out to Domino's, Wayfair, and Dynamite Clothing for always checking in on me daily, if not twice a day, via email to see if I want a medium pizza for $9.99, a new ottoman, or 20% off some new suit jackets.
I wish my friends cared about me as much as Wayfair does.
I know.
Shout out to Folk Fests, which sounds like I'm swearing every time I say it, kinda.
Oh my God, that's funny. Shout out to the Oilers season starting in, 68 days? Do you know what a 68 is? You just do me and I owe you one.
Shout out to Rain Jackets for getting me more wet from sweat on the inside than wet from rain on the outside.
What is with that?
Yeah.
There's no breathing at all. There's a lot of back sweat. Shout out to people in their 80s who give me dirty looks in public. That's how I know my outfit is straight fire that day, because they hate it.
And shout out to Novak Djokovic, who is pulling out of the National Bank Open in Montreal, proving that it actually is possible for a professional athlete to pull out.
The Ryder and Lisa replay.
Brought to you by Action Furnace. Fixed right or it's free.
Play 107.